Bengaluru court has rejected the bail plea of Mohammed Nalapad and 6 others. The court believes that Nalapad may tamper with evidence if he is out. Meanwhile, many allegations are being levelled against Congress MLA N.A. Harris, accusing him of shielding his son. The special public prosecutor in the case has accused him of threatening the doctor who's treating the victim Vidvat. Earlier, retired IPS officer BNS Reddy alleged that MLA Harris is interfering with the probe and that the cops are under pressure to shield the goon.
The court has expressed that there is going to be sure chances of witnesses getting influenced and the investigation getting coerced. Therefore, the court has come to a conclusion that they don't need that stage, and the bail application filed by the petitioner has been rejected. And it is certainly victory to the justice, and it is victory to the society at large.
The very fact that they did not register the FIR immediately because he is son of a MLA, Congress MLA. The second is 307 was not added. And then subsequent statement like nobody is above law, law is equal to everyone, law will take its own course of action. All these are generic statements. It has to be in letter and spirit. It has to be reduced to action. Harris, Abdullah Harris with the MLA, he calls up the doctor in Malia hospital and says, Jabardasti, I have brought Vidvat, who is in ICU, to the ward so that his son can get the bail.
And these allegations being made by BNS Reddy on Mohammed Nalapad's son there, stating that the doctor who's treating the victim, Vidvat, is being forced to shift the victim to the normal ward because only then can a statement be recorded, and that's going to have a direct impact on the bail application of Mohammed Nalapad. Shrija has been tracking this case for us. Shrija, it's a setback for Nalapad, but coming on expected lines, considering that the statement of the victim has still not been recorded because he's in such critical condition, and that is something that is also being looked into. What we are understanding is that his father, N.A. Harris, is also putting pressure on the doctor who's treating the victim to shift him to the casual ward so that his statement can be recorded, because only then can a bail be granted to Nalapad.
Well, absolutely, this was something expected on those lines, because remember, Vidvat's statement has still not been recorded, and that is exactly why we understand there is pressure coming in from Nalapad's father, who's also sitting MLA N.A. Harris, where they're pressurizing the doctors to immediately shift to Vidvat, who's right now in the ICU, undergoing treatment, to move him to a casualty ward. But clearly, we understand that threats have also gone to especially the special public prosecutor, Sham Sundar, as well as Vidvat's lawyer and his family members as well, only because since his statement has not been recorded as yet, that is exactly why the court is unable to grant Nalapad a bail. Now, this is something that the court had taken note of, and also they did, of course, mention saying that if a bail is granted to Nalapad and also 6 other people, there are chances for them to tamper with the evidence, because if you clearly go by the sequence of events, initially when this particular case was reported, the IPC section 307 was not included. Only due to the pressure from the media and also from other opposition parties, we understand this particular IPC section was included. Now, keeping that in mind, the lawyers argued this particular case, saying that the extent of injury that has been inflicted to the victim, that is Vidvat, was almost close to a murder. Now, taking that into consideration, the court had also taken note of this.
Taking into note the kind of injuries that were put on the victim Vidvat there. Also, the fact that his conduct within the jail premises has not also been up to the mark. We have got, in fact, reports a few days back of him being violent with a jail inmate as well.
Well, absolutely. Once again, Nalapad has proved, saying that even after he's been right now sent to jail, rather than proving his conduct in his best behavior, we understand once again he got into a scuffle with one of the assailants. In fact, one of the accused as well, who's also accused number 5, is what we are being told. But of course, it was the jail superintendent and other jail authorities who had to intervene at that point in time to, in fact, separate both the parties from entering into further scuffle. Because remember that we understand soon after the accused number 5 did make a point, also including Nalapad did make a point to the accused by saying that it was only because of his friends that he landed in jail. Otherwise, rather, he would be leading a very luxurious life. Now, that was a statement that is said to have irked his other accused in this particular case. Now, that is the reason why both of them started exchanging. There was exchange of war of words. There was also exchange of blows reported there within the jail premises. Now, that is exactly another reason which has been taken into consideration as far as the lawyers, the defense lawyers are considered. Now, if in case he comes out, there are chances that he can go ahead and also attack, especially Vidwat once again, or probably his family members, threaten them, in fact, to record the statement, also to move him from the ICU to casualty ward.
Right. So all these factors have really not gone in favor of Mohammed Nalapad. There is conduct inside the jail, as well as the court believes there that once he is granted bail, he may tamper with evidence. Shrija will continue tracking this story with you and further developments pertaining to this. But thanks for the moment in getting us those inputs.